nice D. There's 1:38 left now here in the second. The shot by Butler, nobody around. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
And the East with some changes. LeBron, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Paul George comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Curry outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Green against James. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Nobody near George. Here's James. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Curry can't get it to go. Curry's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Wall. Westbrook with the block.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's Millsap. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That's good. A good job here in the second. I mean, they're pounding it inside, getting it to the hoop, going strong to the rim. I mean, that's power basketball at its best.
And the East with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for James. Anthony comes in for George. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for John Wall. Harden, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Wade against Westbrook. Wade with it. Millsap a screen. The East All-Stars have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. East All-Stars lead by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. We've got a pretty even game underway at Air Canada Centre. Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. And look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. They've got Paul George. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Lowry. And it's Wade in at the 2-gun.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Curry with the 3. Curry with another miss. Now the East All-Stars with it, leading by 5. Outside, George. Lowry kicks to George. He dishes it to James. Shot clock at 5. Back to George. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Timeout, West All-Stars.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
The West making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Draymond Green. Durant comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Paul's subbed in for Curry. Here's Harden on the wing. Rebound by Butler.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Paul kicks to Harden. Here's Thompson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Thompson's got his first basket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it's Paul penetrating. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Butler. There's the triple. And he gets it to go. And now an 11-point East All-Star lead.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
That is good. Now the East All-Stars with it. And here's Wall outside. Cannot hit.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Thompson dishes to Harden. Good work defensively by Millsap. Harden's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Drummond. Off target from three-point range. And Clark, fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, the half-court offense, that attack has really been pedestrian, even lackluster, if you will.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. East All-Stars ahead. They lead by 9. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And here's the West with the ball. They trail by 9 points. They've got Kobe. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Curry in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. Shoots it. Can't get it to go. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Kobe passes to Curry. They grab their own miss. Back to Kobe. Goes back up. Again, the miss by Kobe.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Outside Curry. The feed to Leonard. Fades. And it's Davis missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Shot's good from Butler.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
DeRozan against Bryant. The floater. Curry wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
Wall, that's a two-pointer. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. So for the West, Draymond Green comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kobe. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're down by 6. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, "We're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart." Guys?
The East making a switch. Cole Millsap is checked in for Andre Drummond. Wade comes in for Butler. George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Thomas. No good. AT that time from Curry.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basket.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And here's George for 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To tie it up. And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock, but they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
From deep, Thomas. No good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Deflects the pass. Davis kicks to Green. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
They need this. Sinks it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
It's Curry outside. East grabs the miss. And the East All-Stars call time here. The score is tied at 39. 19 seconds left in the game. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Now Lowry, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 15-footer can't cash in. Harden inside the three-point line. Count it! James Harden. And the East All-Stars call time here. Guys, what do you think?
Their only chance here is to lob it towards the basket and go for the tip-in. There's not enough time left to catch and shoot.
To force OT. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.